Alright guys, I wanted to go through a killer high level mythics play build for you guys here. This will give you a ton of AoE damage. No one should be able to compete with you on AoE. Now you won't do great on the boss fights, but in general the problem with mythics isn't necessarily the boss. So anyway, moving forward, the 15 talents Shadow Flame. Now I gave the argument earlier in a previous video that Shadow Flame's best because you can move and still do damage, and that happens to be the biggest problem with Demonology Warlocks. It turns out Shadow Flame's top on Sims also, so there's really no argument to ever pick either of these other talents. If you want to argue that, your points are worthless and you just want to be stubborn, and that's fine. A lot of people are like that. Moving on, Implosion for killer AoE. Moving on, Shadow Fury for the AoE stuns. It's going to be great for your team. It could possibly prevent wipes, honestly. Moving on, Hand of Doom, because it's killer when summoned with Dark Glare. 75, it really doesn't matter. I would definitely think Dark Pact would be the best though. At level 90, I used to argue a lot for Grimoire of Service, but turns out Grimoire of Synergy is just that much better, and you're just kind of forced to pick Grimoire of Synergy. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to say you're not going to want to use this build if you're doing something like Mythic 9 Violet Hold, because Violet Hold's not really AoE like that, but most of the other instances are. Okay, so but when you do your rotation, you're going to want to not use Dreadstalkers on mob packs that have over 2 mobs. So if it's just 1 or 2 mobs, then go ahead and use your Call Dreadstalkers if you want. If you would like to, you can only use them unless if there's only 1 target. So anyway, you would just run up to the mob pack, the tank starts tanking, Shadow Flame to enact your Fell Guard, and then you would want to hit Fellstorm for the AoE. Next you would go ahead and drop your Hand of Gul'dan. All your targets will have the Doom on them, and you will hit Shadow Flame again and summon your Dark Glare, and then empower all of them. So, and then now I didn't do that there because I was explaining to you guys, but you're gonna always want to hit Implosion when your imps are at 3 or less seconds left. And that's pretty much it, guys. You're just going to want to rotate in the 4 imps and then summon Dark Glare when the Dark Glare is up and empower them. Every time you summon the imps, you're going to want to empower them. Every time you summon Dark Glare, you want to empower them. And this should get you to the mobs very fast. Now I'm going to move on and talk about a really good raid build, because this is best for mythics. It's not very good for raids. Okay, alright guys, we're back and we're doing a raid build. For a raid, you're going to want to go improve Dreadstalkers. You're probably not going to need Shadow Fury. Go ahead and pick Demon Skin and do away with Summon Dark Glare and do Demon Bolt. Now you're going to want to keep Hand of Doom because there are AoE packs. Go ahead and just do that for AoE. Now, since you don't have Summon Dark Glare anymore, when you clear trash, you're going to want to do the Hand of Gul'dan, get 4 imps, empower them, and then do Demon Wrath for the AoE. Okay? So moving on with the build, this is going to be your best for against the bosses, which was what raids are all about. It's never hard getting through the trash in raids, or it shouldn't be. Shadow Flame, as I explained earlier, improved Dreadstalkers will give you the biggest kills consumption, and it's just going to be better than Implosion. Synergy, like I said, is the best for AoE or single target, and Demon Bolt coupled with improved Dreadstalkers will make your Demon Bolt very good. Okay, so you're gonna just open up very similar. Open up with Shadow Flame. This time you're gonna want to do improved Dreadstalkers and then Empower, and then from here you just get 4 shards and then Empower. And that's pretty much it, guys. And then from there, and then from here you want to just use Dreadstalkers every time it's up, and always Empower immediately after you summon anything, and that should give you the highest raid DPS, for at least the highest DPS you can do in a raid. Okay guys, so just Dreadstalkers whenever it's up, and Demonic Empowerment, and then 4 shards and Hand of Gul'dan Empowerment when the imps come out. And then obviously you're going to want to use the Summon Doomguard and the kills consumption. Now this is why improved Dreadstalkers is so good, because it works very well with the kills consumption. So again, this would be worked into your build. Call Dreadstalkers, Empower, get 4 Empower again, and then the kills consumption. Okay, so the kills consumption every time it's up, and then use that rotation that I previously talked about, and this will give you the best DPS. Okay, so I hope this guys helps you out in Mythics and in raids. This is Dragonface signing off. Take care.